Thank you for checking out crypto.chartguys.com, the source for technical analysis in the cryptocurrency world. We are proud to announce our own crypto alert system designed to give you the most critical technical trading information possible no matter where you are. Keep your eyes on the market with mobile or email alerts for MACD crosses, RSI levels, and even inside bar alerts for dozens of coins across multiple exchanges. New features and proprietary ChartGuys indicators are already in development. Our alert system is very easy to customize and utilize, so don't hesitate to sign up for the most effective crypto trading tool on the market at crypto.chartguys.com. Hey everyone, hope you had a good holiday weekend. Hope you're doing well this fine Monday. We're going to be introducing the bot radar for our alert system, crypto.chartguys.com. So we've been working on this one for a long time, and what the bot radar does is it alerts us when there is this systematic buying of a certain amount of a coin in a certain distinct time frame. And we used to be able to recognize that just by watching the order book, and now we don't have to do that. This sends alerts to our phone when it happens. Just some examples looking at the chat room. From about 7 hours ago, this is what the alerts look like. ETH USD, bot radar, automated buys of 10 every 2.9 seconds. So that's pretty significant. You know, $4,000 of capital every 3 seconds. And then you see this bot, you see this alert, then you go over and you check the order book and see if it's sustained. And if it's coming after just a key breakout or things like that, you can definitely act on this information. LTC had one a little bit earlier, but obviously a much more significant difference. So definitely have to pay attention to what the alert is telling us, because less than 1 LTC, that bot alert is nowhere near as relevant and significant as an ETH of 10. Another point, just while we're here, example of Film Figueroa, member who is shifting from crypto to stocks. Just to reiterate, crypto is not a favorable trading environment. He's been shorting crypto the last 4 weeks, played multiple bounces, but he's also played SPY puts over the last week with $1,000 to $2,000. And as of today, he's made way more on the puts in 4 entries and exits than hundreds of crypto flips in the last month. So just driving home the point where I'm trying to entice everybody to expand their horizons and look to other things in the world of trading and to have that confidence to move to different places. So let's now look at the analysis. We're going to be looking at Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Binance. So the daily time frame is still not really doing a whole lot to convince the bulls to get in. We have our low down at 6,450, but we're still seeing lower highs. So what does that mean? I look at the 4-hour time frame, as I've been pointing out for day after day. Are we breaking the lower highs? The answer is no, not yet. Last lower high, 7,200. This lower high, 7,100. $100 lower high. I am watching a potential pattern, and I posted this on TradingView this morning. Left shoulder, head, and if we get a right shoulder here, this is a potential bullish reversal inverted head and shoulders pattern. And what it tells us is all it is doing is going from lower highs and lower lows. So it would be the continuation of lower highs and lower lows to a higher low, which would be the right shoulder, and then a higher high by breaking the neckline. So it's the same as a bearish reversal head and shoulders pattern, but inverted, and we're looking for the break. And I'm about to finish up the crypto course edition this week, and I've got a section on changing trends and head and shoulders patterns for bullish and bearish reversals. Love to get an example here on this 4-hour time frame to add to that course. So we'll see if it plays out over the next 2 days. We could consolidate into tonight. Again, we could pull all the way back to 6,700, 6,600 and still see this pattern follow through. So we did just lose the hourly higher low pattern, which is a bit of a red flag for the short-term bulls. So we had our high, low, lower high, higher low attempt, and then a bear break. Support right now is 6,880, 6,851, and then 6,752. So there are a couple hourly supports to be watching, and the bears have the slight upper hand. But again, that 4-hour time frame is the one that I'm watching, as I have been consistently day after day. Every time I'm wanting to check in on what cryptocurrency is doing, this is the time frame I'm going to. And it's not always that way. It's just that right now in the current setup that we are in, this is the most clear time frame. So we have to break the lower highs for the bulls to go anywhere. Look at how long we've been seeing lower highs, ever since 324. So it's now over a week of 4-hour time frame not breaking lower highs and keeping these bears in control. So that pattern of a inverse head and shoulders is the hope for the bulls heading into tomorrow or potentially Wednesday. Depends on how many hours, how many 4-hour candlesticks of consolidation we get. But that's the only hope that the bulls have. And if we do see a bounce, the bulls are not out of the woods. Even if we confirm that pattern, we still have to then zoom back to the daily and say, okay, we got our bull break. We got our break of the lower highs. Our daily bounce is following through. Now we have to look at daily exponential resistance, which rejected the last 2 bounce attempts, and the potential of a daily bear flag. So the 4-hour time frame giving us that change in trend is just baby step number 1 to trying to see a real bounce play out. So I'm still remaining skeptical overall of the bulls. I am back to all cash. I just sold my Ethereum small position that I've been having for the last day or so for some small profit. And again, I'm just going to stick to scenarios where I can get some small profit and patiently wait for the trend to change, which it will eventually. It might be in 5 months from now, but the bulls are going to have a great opportunity from really low prices where we're going to see 100% plus gains. As I've been saying, we just don't know if that's going to be from $5,000 or from $2,000. I'm not going to try and predict to say which level we're going to bounce off of, but what I will say confidently is that when we do hit a low, we will see 100% plus bull move opportunity. And again, that could just mean going from $3,000 to $6,000. It is weak in the grand scheme of things if you zoom out to the $20,000 top. But as far as 100% gain opportunity, those don't come around very often in regular trading of stocks and other things. So I would welcome that with open arms. So that's where we stand on Bitcoin. 4-hour higher low trying to form. Resistance 7,100. Ethereum on the daily time frame, very similar setup. And dropping down to lower highs and lower lows. The daily RSI is still crushed down at 20. The 4-hour time frame, are we still setting lower highs? You betcha. Lower high of 413.78 or 393.96. Same pattern though. There is still the possibility of the inverted head and shoulders. If we can break the neckline, if we can form a higher low on the 4-hour and then break the neckline of 393.96, that will be significant for the bulls. This pullback is already, just comparing back to Bitcoin again, you can see Bitcoin is only pulling back just a little bit from the top of this move. Ethereum has pulled back a lot more significantly from the top of its move, almost giving back 50% of the bounce that we saw from the low. So a little bit more weakness on Ethereum is definitely notable, and let's see it on the hourly time frame. So clear breaks where I drew the hourly higher lows on Bitcoin. We had 3 hourly higher lows still holding, and we broke 2 of them on Ethereum. So again, just comparing to Bitcoin to Ethereum, we have broken 2 of those supports. We have 1 hourly support left. That would be equivalent to if Bitcoin was trading down here at 6,750. So significant difference with Ethereum weaker on the hourly time frame. Back to Litecoin. Litecoin on the daily chart, very similar. Again, 4-hour time frame. The one difference that we do have is that we did hold the low. So we do still have a higher low here. So as far as the head and shoulders reversal pattern, it's not exactly a head and shoulders reversal pattern because this left shoulder would be higher than the head. And that would be a funny looking person if they had shoulders that were over the top of their head. So it doesn't fit the exact portion or the exact setup for the I just got a thought of someone who has their shoulders over their head watching this video right now, and I just crushed their week. So if that's you, I'm sorry. You're not funny looking. I'm sure you're a great person. So we've got our lower highs on the 4-hour time frame. We've got 122.98. We've got 121.62, and we're looking for the 4-hour higher low compared to the recent low. And we do have an extra support level, but again, bulls are not going anywhere unless we break the 4-hour lower high pattern. And that most recent resistance, 121.62. Hourly time frame, how do we stand up here? We have lost the hourly higher lows just like Bitcoin, not as weak as Ethereum. I'm saying the order for strength to weakness on the short-term time frames, on the hourly, it's Bitcoin, Litecoin, and then Ethereum. But as for the daily chart, Litecoin is holding up the best in the sense that we did not drop to a lower low. We've seen the low 3 days ago, and that held. And if that were the case for Bitcoin, the low 3 days ago would have held at 6,600, which we dropped down an extra few percent below. So again, subtle differences. I'm always just comparing to Bitcoin. How does this chart look to Bitcoin? And is it stronger or weaker? So now on to Binance, and I don't mean to alarm you, but you're going to see some higher lows and higher highs, which is an uptrend. Look at that. That's an uptrend. And if you've forgotten what an uptrend is, Binance is doing its own thing and going to all-time highs. Very refreshing to see. You know, Binance fundamentals are there in terms of people loving it and being a useful platform and having a purpose and utility and all that. So it's exciting to see that Bitcoin is not holding Binance back right now. And we've been watching this breakout, covering it every couple weeks or every week, where we see the clear higher lows. And what has stood out for me on the daily time frame very clearly is volume. Increasing bull volume on the bull break, declining healthy contained bear consolidation, increasing bull volume again on the continuation. And here we go, all-time highs. This is BNB BTC that we're looking at for the all-time high. And I'm looking up at 18,382 as resistance. And we are currently just below that level trying to approach it. Daily higher low last established, 1377 key support. And then after that, we'd be looking way down. So 1377 is the most important short-term support level. If you wanted to not give that much wiggle room before stopping out, you would use shorter-term time frames. The 4-hour last higher low is 15.9. We built a base of sideways support before a bull break. And the hourly higher low trying to form right now of 17.36. So if you want to keep the tightest stop loss, potentially using that hourly time frame as the RSI got well over 80, and now we're seeing some healthy consolidation. So really nice to see these bulls follow through and get some continuation. And there are still gains to be had out there for the bulls. Look at this weekly chart on absolute fire. I remember when we had a guy in the chat room who started working with the Binance team who was telling us all about it back when it was dirt cheap. And glad to see it following through for those longs that believed in the project. So that's what we got as we head into tomorrow. Check out the bot radar. It's on the premium subscription for the crypto alerts. If you are already a member, it should already be there. We've got it for 3 exchanges right now: Bitstamp, Binance, and GDAX, and we'll be adding it as we move along. So continue to do good things out there. Don't make fun of people with big shoulders. Might hurt their feelings. And we'll take it from there. Got to think up a good thing to do today. Give some ideas. Give some YouTube comment ideas on some good things that we can do as a crypto community. Doesn't always have to be based around money. Money certainly can help you do good things, but doesn't have to be required. Thanks again. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great rest of your night or day.